Oke guys, kita lanjut ke game kedua ya, antara Homebois melawan dari Flash
versus Homebois, but we saw what
bagus
happened
banget
in
ya guys ya.
game 1. NIP Flash unfortunately not having the best of start in today's games.
Ini kebalik sih guys, masa udah pakai Haya guys. Oke lah ya. Tradingnya mantap kali.
Fasha, what are your thoughts?
Hades kocak Warcry pakai Julianto, buset Kurji tipis. Belum ada menit satu. Hampir aja. Aimal masih pakai Hayabusa. Sekarang Kurji ya yang pakai Zax. Sakit banget. Udah buang flicker, mati ya guys ya.
Yeah, Hades here hitting that level 3. We spoke about the Julian spike, right? You don't really need that level 4 to be as effective. But on the other side, the final kill nearly manages to pick up Adam. He's still sticking around, still trying to defend that lane. I think it's a bit of a risky play. He has to give up that EXP creep. But hey, both teams here doing pretty decently well, though NIP Flash did manage to pick up the first blood.
Agree, definitely. Looking good so far for both sides. Trace has been done, and a great defense coming up on the side of NIP Flash as well. But here on out, they will be trying to push in. So far, it's really fast on the early games, but things are slowing down. And moving on to the bottom side, we got Carry. Nets coming through with Owl pushing it with Moskos. MM versus MM. What's it gonna be like?
Yeah, it's kind of a drawn lane, right? Both players just trying to farm it out. But here comes the total fight. Adamir not level 4 yet, doesn't have the penalty zone, but he's doing a ton of damage from
turtle
first
pertama,
Hades
kocak yang dapat guys ya.
Secure that retry battle, and it is the first total going the way of NIP Flash.
Great steal coming in. That's a great move from the team of NIP Flash. What we wanted to see during the first run, and it seems that it is going in their favor as well. Now, Homebois, on the other note, they are trying to actually put a foot on what the team of NIP Flash is doing, but it's not coming off as they want it to be.
Yeah, I guess in some ways, NIP Flash, they have a little bit more breathing room, given that Homebois need time to scale up. But on the other side, you know, Owl also needs that space to farm, because we talk about Moskov here. So hopefully both teams put a little bit more pressure on bot lane. I would like to see a bit more, how do I put it, aggression coming up on both sides.
Alright, Udil comes through. Try to actually go in for initiator. Oh, it's just a back and forth right now. So far, it's just teasing everybody at the moment right now. Nobody actually trying to go in for the scrimmage, but at least they try to actually find a way to break through, and somehow not much of the information will be relayed on their side. It's just right now waiting for the right time. That's all.
Yeah, NIP Flash is trying to set up a gank in the mid lane. If Mal or Imel that's going, it could be very risky. And here comes the Shadow comes right in. But it's another full commit. Udil also does a good job with the infinite expansion, or rather, Inspiration to just try to make his mark onto the bush. A little bit of a reference there, if you guys know what I mean.
Okay. And it seems that they wanted to actually
untung aja ada animasinya dulu guys ya, jadi bisa persiapan guys.
Now pushing right on the mid is gonna be 3 players, but NIP Flash somehow just holding off for the positioning. Team Homebois so far, it is the same thing that we see so far from the first game itself, because they slow things down, they try to actually get some of the buff from themselves, and here on out they're trying to actually
Counter Strike udah diamankan oleh Aimal ya.
Looks like JPL here trying his best. Nominal Blast already used, but Adamir penalty zone only catches Mel. Will that be enough? The light comes out from Udil, and it's dropping really low in the meantime. Yeah, on the other side, still trying to spot out where is Hades, just hiding sneakily in the corner. And here comes the sword. Is it enough? No, Yetri hanging on the alive, but Katizi comes in and manages to pick up the kill onto the barrage, but Nets hanging around. Emil still up and alive, still healthy, still trying to get the steal on that turtle.
I mean, that was close enough from the side of Homebois. Was expecting more, but here on out, Homebois come through Mal. A little bit too risky there.
Mal,
He's gonna get
mati lagi.
taken down by Hades immediately.
Sesimpel
Not
itu,
sure why
guys ya.
he overextend himself trying to push in, but ended up giving a lot of this favor to the side of NIP.
Free ace, hampir aja guys. Itu Hades hampir gak keluarin red kill loh.
Nearly gets the steal with the Darling Light, but it is still Hades on top of his retribution game. 2 turtles now. I think lead definitely a lot more in the favor of NIP Flash compared to what we saw in game 1. Sword comes out, the chain misses onto Email, and the Hayabusa will get Scott off free.
So far, Team Homebois, not much of their fight is in their favor, and even their respawn is actually quite slow. And this is something that we've seen so far, even on the first game as well, because every single time they were having a little bit struggle to fight in, NIP Flash has the upper hand. And even despite that, I was expecting more for Homebois here because they had the benefit from themselves, and they also had the most early games heroes for them to actually push in, but ended up now NIP Flash has the upper hand. They were very over-aggressive to a point that Team Homebois cannot do anything.
Golden stuff ya, udah ada yang keren awal.
Be the end for that. So 2 turrets down. Team Homebois seems like this is a deja vu again on that first game.
Udo just being annoying here, using the Mystic Field to spot out members of NIP Flash, and well, the gang isn't going to go in the way of the Singaporean team. But hey, like I said, you know, at the end of the day, like we saw in game 1, despite having the lead, NIP Flash still go down.
Iya Tri, lo ngapain? Lo ngapain ya Tri? Hampir aja lo. Kelas banget. Dominan blast-nya.
Comes up as well. Is he going to go into the backline? Hades not being able to follow up. They came for the mid tower, but not only did they not manage to tower, they lost Adam here in that fight as well. Wow, Bunny, that was too risky from Adam in my opinion.
Agree, definitely. Overextension coming in from NIP Flash, and here Emal coming push through. Unfortunately, they just try to go in for the fight, but it was not gonna be enough though. And here on out, Team NIP Flash going in for the ulti, but ended up courtesy just backs off from the fight. Continues, and Team NIP Flash will be able to just shoo away Homebois and get the turtle for themselves.
Yeah, it's kind of like a second place prize, right? Consolation prize, if you put it that way. They didn't manage to get the tower, they didn't manage to get a Q there, but Homebois did expend a lot of ultimate. And speaking about ultimate, JPL, flicker in, still has the flicker, pardon me, but well, didn't really manage to catch anyone there with the dash.
Nope. Just a lot of defense been broken up, and Team Homebois had to back things off. Even Nets struggling at the moment right now to actually meet up with Moskov. Need more buff coming in from inside. They are gonna meet up right here at the mid lane. Year 3, just holding the ground.
Yeah, it's a classic matchup, right? I think, like you said, Homebois are holding the ground. We do see the Moskov using the Spear of Misery to get to the bot lane just to stop the push coming to carry. So that's, you know, perfect aiming coming for Owl. No pun intended, given that he's a bird, you know. He's pretty sharp with those eyes.
Okay, I like that. You keep on giving a lot of pun references right now.
Yeah, I'm trying my best, right? Before James comes.
But there you go. Oh, I'll come through, and Udil pushing on at the moment now. Adam managed to take down Year 3.
JPL here just making sure the rest of NIP Flash do get a picture, but Hayabusa gets hit by the Spear of Misery. Is that enough? They're committing a lot on this Hayabusa.
Emal
managed to get Email, and look at the BMs. The rivalry just starting to come right now. That's going to secure the tier 2 up in top lane. And with Lord coming up in 35 seconds, I think NIP Flash must be feeling really good in game 2.
I mean, this is not just a small victory. This is like the crucial victory that is needed for NIP Flash. And we've been talking about how they were having a lot of struggles coming in for a fight with Team Homebois. But then, now it seems that they're much more sturdy. Gonna push in right straight away. Udil gonna go in for the initiator, but doesn't actually get enough to push in. Year 3 gonna go in with Mal. Goes in for a fight. NIP Flash just backs off just after that turret. They don't want to actually overcommit. They just get the victory that they needed, and now they're just gonna go all out for the lot instead.
Yeah, the change up in draft definitely, you know, NIP Flash looking a lot more comfortable. I think the Terizla pick was good. It was what they were missing in the first game, right? The ability to just be in the face of Homebois and be slightly more tanky. I think the front line was what was missing.
Free ya buat Hades.
And the fact that now they're picking a you know, a Zask mid instead of a goal lane puts a little bit more pressure off Owl, because now he's a lot more mobile than Moskov. Because of Moskov, Spirit Misery lands onto Net.
Tipis banget.
Just one more hit, it gets him away scot-free. But Mal, oh, good hook coming in, gets both JPL and Owl, and now it's lots of trouble for NIP Flash.
Y3 mati guys, aduh. Terlalu ngeri ya guys ya. Udelnya malah mati. Langsung mati guys, gila. Jadi digasin bro, Lordnya masih di tengah loh. Yang bener aja guys. Buset.
The rest of the super minions are coming down alongside the Lord NIP Flash. They managed to get key members on Homebois.
Oh, spawn come through right this instant. There's a lot of struggle coming in for the side of Homebois. Udil pushed through with the side of the ulti. Taurus is already down, but NIP Flash not overextending.
Blood Wings?
I'm liking it.
JPL beli Blood Wings?
And that's it. They're like, okay,
mantap.
we're gonna go in all out already. It's done. It's a done deal for them.
That's the NIP Flash, I know. A lot more discipline, a lot more, you know, methodical. But I gotta say, I come back to the drop. I think the change up in the drop is compared to game 1 definitely makes it a lot more stable for NIP Flash to play. I think so Homebois, but we are starting to see cracks in terms of the performance. We talked about this. We talked about the consistency that Homebois have failed to, you know, kind of display, and it's starting to show. Well, JPL.
JPL.
Right here, the final shadow kill comes out. I don't think they will be able to get anything here. Adamir onto the front line.
Isi hadesnya guys, buset.
Nearly. I thought that Adamir would have been caught there, but
waduh, 16 ya kena kena satu itu. Nice banget Adamir. Oh my god, gila si Adamir guys. Montek sekali montek guys ya, gila. Sekali montek 11 menit N. Thank you. Kita lanjut ke match alias game yang ketiga guys ya. Aduh net. Oke lah ya, aman guys. Thank you semuanya. Bye bye.